Welcome back, everyone. It is time to spill some tea because what happens in Hollywood, thank goodness it doesn't stay there. Michael Babcock with TMZ is joining us live with more on the stories that everyone's talking about, and one of them has to do with our San Antonio Spurs. We'll get to that one in just a second. That was a tease, Michael Babcock.
And perfectly done. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. We are great. Even better now that we're talking to you. So let's get to our first story. A really scary situation in Southern California. It's making headlines after Real Housewife of Orange County star Jennifer Pedrani. She revealed that her teenage son got in a whole lot of trouble, didn't he?
Yeah, you're exactly right. And fortunately, this wasn't far worse than it could have been. I mean, look, you know, people know what residents of Southern California have gone through when it comes to fires and all of the property damage and people losing their homes and all of their worldly property. So people don't like to joke around or mess around with fires. And in this case, you had a minor, and like you said, it was her teenage son. She actually has two sons. One's 12, one's 16. So, who with a group of friends started a brush fire that really got out of control and ultimately ended up being something like 7 acres that were scorched. Now, thankfully, no property was damaged, and there, most importantly, were no injuries. Nobody was harmed here. So, at the end of the day, again, it was just, you had some grass, some brush that was burnt up, and everybody gets to go home. Everyone gets to go home to their homes, and there were not even any arrests here. But that doesn't mean that Jennifer and her family say they're not taking this incredibly seriously. They say this is, first of all, is a real learning moment for her son, that you can't do these kind of things. You act recklessly and bad things can happen. So she promises that there are going to be consequences. She hasn't named all of those. She has said that she's going to put her son through a fire safety course, but that there will be other things that she's going to make him do. And hopefully she actually follows through and does that. But this could have been bad.
Do we know which son, the 12 or the 16-year-old?
No,
we don't know which one because they're minors.
Unclear. She didn't name them, but she's got some older kids too, but obviously they would be classified as adults, and they probably would be under arrest right now. But because they were minors, no arrest from the police, and that's not special treatment, by the way, either. That's how these cases have, like cases in the past have gone.
Well, let me tell you real quick. I like Jen, and I've always liked her on The Housewives. She seems like a really sweet lady. However, she's not the disciplinary. They kind of walk all over her children. So telling us she's going to give them a stern talking to and send them to fire school. I don't know if I believe that, Michael Babcock. I don't know. We'll see.
I got that. I don't watch that Real Housewives of OC, but I got that feeling just from reading the statement. Too, like, okay, I feel like my mom would have I don't know. I don't know where I'd be. Right, something. Something.
We'd be real scared. I'll tell you that. We'll take care of it in Texas. I promise you that will never happen again.
Right.
A lot of discipline from parents here. Well, sometimes not enough, but anyway.
That's right. Same way in New Jersey.
You've got a local story, a big shakeup in the Spurs broadcast booth involving their play-by-play announcer. It's gained a whole lot of attention online. I know everyone's heard about it by now, but what's new with this story?
Yeah. So, and look, I've been a sports fan for my whole life, and I don't remember ever a story like this. So, Jacob Tobey, as you all know, but much better than me, play-by-play person on TV for the Spurs. And over the weekend, he had his girlfriend, who apparently got access to his Instagram page, and goes on and says, "Hey, this is me and my girlfriend, but Jacob cheated on me." And then he goes and he names the person that allegedly, was the other, kind of part of this cheating that was happening here. And it just so happens to be that it is here's the sister of a San Antonio Spurs player, somebody who is currently on the roster right now. I won't say who it is out of respect for them, but somebody who is currently on the team. And what do you know? Days later, Jacob Tobey is allegedly or reportedly now out of a job. Obviously, a really good job that he now loses because some off the court drama.
A lot of people are saying, but did he really need to be fired? He's not married to this woman. It was just a girlfriend. But
what? I think if it wasn't a player, or a player's sister, I think he'd be fine. Look, unfortunately, people cheat all the time. Not that it's right, but it happens. But I think it's the fact that it's the player. I think that made it too messy, and the team says, hey, he's only been around for a few years. Let's go find ourselves a new play-by-play guy. rather than make our players uncomfortable.
Yeah, and we just don't want this drama surrounding us. Hey, we've got this great team
Right,
now. We're going to
out.
win a championship next year. Michael Babcock's a Knicks fan, by the way. Yeah. But no, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah, so they haven't confirmed it yet, but I think obviously there's so many reports out there that feels like it's true. Let's put it like that.
Yeah, well, I'm sure you will all bring us the very latest as it becomes available, Michael Babcock. We love Fridays. We love chit-chatting with you. Have a wonderful weekend.
Love talking to you. Thank you so much. Have a great weekend. I'll see you next week.
We'll see you soon.